and perhaps because this is an area in which you are very known for, investment. What's your own perspective in a government investing outside of public sector? Because, and I'm making another reference to former Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State, who has talked about how much of investment is made with the resources of the Anambra State government to bring back profit and benefit of to the Anambra people. By the way, what has become of that investment, and are you looking in that direction also?
I don't know why you are turning the interview about Peter Obi.
No. I'm just making reference because these are light opening. Well, I made reference to former Governor Obi and not to.
Our interview is about my 2023 budget. I'm not talking about the investments of either any of my predecessors. By the way, the one that you talk about, I don't know about that. I think there was something I read about, somebody speculated about the value of whatever investment. What I've seen today, the value of those investments is worth next to nothing. So let's leave that aside. Let's focus on the kind of thing that first of all, you got to rebuild the public infrastructure that is building for the future. We're investing in our schools. We're investing in our hospitals. We're investing in those. We're creating Anambra as Africa's leisure entertainment hub. That's what we are, modernizing our cities, and backing on our urban regeneration, giving our people life so that they can have quality air to breathe, controlling pollution, dealing with flooding, dealing with erosion that is ravaging everywhere, and so on and so forth. We're not going to leave those. I'm going to say I'm saving money to go and invest in one private company. And by the way, when you talk about investment, that's an area that I think I know one or two things, and I have been able to do that. We're now transforming Anambra State Investment Promotion and Protection Agency, which is an institution which my predecessor established. That's part of institutionalizing government, and not I and so on. It's the institution of ANSEPA that is the vehicle for Anambra investing in partnership with the private sector. Now I'm taking ANSEPA to the next level. We're now trying to reform ANSEPA to have a financing arm and to become the Anambra Development Corporation. I know what it is, and we'll be working with international development financial institutions, including the AFC, the Afrexim, and the others. And we're going to bring in we're going to be able to fund bankable projects, private-public partnership projects, whether it's in infrastructure, whether it is in pure private goods, and so on and so forth. We'll be able to leverage these institutions and assets that we have, our balance sheet, and the knowledge and our network that we have around the world, to be able to leverage some hundreds of millions of dollars in investments, not directly into public infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So when you talk about investment is not about going to invest in bakery. That's not what the government is about. Because if the bakery goes down, then your investment goes down with it. You've got to invest in the future.
All right, now, Governor, I have just some two quick questions. And one is in the area of security. I bet you that you perhaps did not imagine the magnitude of the challenges you perhaps met in office that you saw, and the manner in which things are flowing.
So as expected, I already know that Soludo, Professor Charles Soludo, he's not in support of Peter Obi's presidential ambition. Today, he made a bold statement. I don't even know how to explain it. He said that Peter Obi's purported investment in Anambra State are worth next to nothing. Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Soludo, on Thursday, in a channel's television interview with Sheun, said that the purported investment by his predecessor in office, Peter Obi, are worth next to nothing. This is what he said on Channels television policy today. Soludo said he is not aware of any investment in the state by any of his predecessors. In his words, he said, "I think there was nothing I read about somebody speculating about whatever investment. With what I've seen today, the value of those investments is worth next to nothing. So let's leave that aside," the governor said. The governor also spoke on his administration's plan for the people of Anambra State, noting that over 5,000 teachers in the state will get their employment letters in a few days. He also stated that he is handing out employment letters to more than 5,000 teachers to end an era of schools without teachers. So this is a man who closed the Bet Niger shop. This is a man who was taxing drivers, taxing market women, and in fact I heard, and I believe it's true, that he told the people of Anambra State that if they want to paste burial poster, they need to pay money. So he's more or less almost exploiting the people of Anambra State. And he's come. Well, I'm even glad he acknowledged that Peter Obi invested something. That investment worth next to nothing. Well, he's the current governor of Anambra State. We're going to see his own investment, what he's going to do, for the people. Because in his less than 2 years in office, the people are already, almost becoming tired of his government. This is what is coming from the governor of Anambra State, and of course the same state where the presidential candidate of Labour Party is coming from. Soludo just released the bombshell today that Peter Obi's investment worth next to nothing. Well, I think this is a big blow to Peter Gregory Obi. Well, I hope that Peter Obi will come to react to this and of course respond to what Professor Charles Soludo's claim that his investment in Anambra State is worth next to nothing. What do you think, guys? Do you think that Professor Charles Soludo is just witch hunting Peter Obi's ambition to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? I read somewhere, I think yesterday, how that he said that he wish Peter Obi well, but the people of Anambra State or even his party Apuga will not vote for Peter Obi. I don't even know what is in the mind of this man, Professor Charles Soludo. Let's see how far he can go as the governor of Anambra State.